Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Rogue ST Woods and Irons from Callaway.
Welcome into your Golf Central update. I'm Anna Jackson. Well, Xander Schauffele may not have had his best stuff at the Renaissance Club on Sunday, but today a closing round even past 70 was enough to hold on to a one-stroke victory over Kurt Kitayama. It was a tough day out there. Patrick Cantlay, Tommy Fleet was some of the best rounds of the day. Jordan Spieth struggled with a closing round 72. But let's hear from our champion Xander Schauffele alongside Rex Hoggard.
Thank you very much. Joined by Xander Schauffele. Now, you talked about earlier how difficult today was. How were you able to regroup after what was a tough opening nine?
Just sort of, I guess, let links take over. You know, it wasn't pretty. Not, ecstatic about how I hit the ball today. It was pretty loose, and I didn't really hit. I don't even know my stats, but they weren't great. But kind of just got the ball in the hole, and that's sort of what links golf is all about.
Can you take something from that? I mean, it's one thing to win pretty, and you could have won by 3 or 4 strokes, which I'm sure you'd rather do. But in this case, what do you take from this?
Yeah, not that I don't think anyone out here really cares if it's pretty or not. It's just stressful. Had a 4-shot lead early, looked up at the board, was feeling pretty good, and things changed pretty quickly, which is to be expected. And I think that winning in the Travelers really helped me. Just ride the ship and stay really patient.
You talked about this earlier in the week, the significance of this event being the first co-sanctioned event between the PGA Tour and the DP World Tour. What does this mean to you?
Yeah, it's incredible. Winning in the home of golf. On top of all that, the co-sanctioned event, it was the first of many great big events. The turnout was great. The tournament was run, perfectly, and that's all we as players can ask for.
I've done 2 winners interviews in 1 week. It's been an eventful week for you. On Tuesday, you won the J.P. McManus Pro-Am. Now this. How do you carry that momentum into the Open Championship?
Yeah, I've never played the Old Course. I'm very excited to head over. We'll be doing that drive tonight. It gets dark at about 11. So I need to get a couple really good nights of sleep. I'm pretty tired, not going to lie here, and just need to recharge. I know I'm playing some good golf, so if I can get my mind in the right place, try and give it a good run.
He certainly is playing on some good golf. Well, he mentioned it there, just how much he lent on that experience of converting the 54-hole lead at the Travelers Championship. He did that again today, but before that, he was 0 for 4 in terms of converting 54-hole leads or co-leads, but since then, he has truly turned things around. He also did that at the Tokyo Olympics and the 2022 Zurich Classic alongside his good friend Patrick Cantlay. So, Jim, it certainly feels like Xander Schauffele is feeling more confident when he heads out on a Sunday with a lead, but it was by no means an easy day. He had a 4-stroke lead at one point that got squashed and he was trailing. What did you notice about his play?
Well, I think he got off to that good start. He birdies 1 and 2. He didn't birdie 3, the par 5, had a good chance there, but things started to unravel about 6. I think it was more of his golf swing, and he talked about it when he talked about his stats. I mean, strokes gained tee to green today, he gave up a half a shot to the field. He was actually first for the week, and you look at strokes gained approach, he gave up just over a shot. He was second for the week. I think just the sequence of his golf swing wasn't quite there. He had some early misses left off the tee and some long iron shots, and then he corrected that and went right. But I think the important thing is he really kind of got it straight. He made a nice birdie at 14, the par 3. He birdied 16. The par save at 17, even though it was about an 8-footer, that was as big a putt as he made all day. Gave himself a 2-shot lead, a little comfortable coming into 18, which we know only gave up 1 birdie for the day. He only gave up 6 for the week, so it was a very difficult hole. So it wasn't pretty. And you win a lot of different ways, and I think that's why he mentioned he was tired. It takes a lot out of you mentally and physically to get that done when you feel like you said, he had a big lead, he got away from it, looks like he's not going to win, and then he gets it done at the end. But he straightened it out. It's not like he played terrible in those other tournaments where he didn't win, but the last 2, he's figured it out. He's got it done. I think that's the key. You win a lot of different ways, and he won it this way. One he'll always remember, I'm sure.
He certainly will. I mean, it was an interesting day, really, because it was blue skies, the winds were low, but the course was playing so hard, and nobody particularly sort of stole the show. Jordan Spieth was really the chaser that we were looking at because he's just so good on these types of courses. 2 over 72 for him today. What went wrong for him? Yeah,
just the ball striking, once again, in the sequence. He started, and we talked about it, his ball striking was phenomenal. He was setting himself up so well off the tee this week, and he really has improved that statistic statistically, he was 131st strokes gained off the tee last year. He's moved up to the top 30 there. So he's improved that quite a bit for this season. That was a big thing. He started missing it left. I think he got a little frustrated as well. I never felt like he got back to what we talked about, that creative mindset. Maybe he got thinking mechanically, but he had a lot of misses, made a lot of mistakes, got really frustrated with himself, and he did not have a very good day, and it showed. The score was 72, which most people said, well, that wasn't horrible, but for him, it just was not very good round for what we expected him, especially after the first 3 days.
Yes, because ultimately today did belong to Xander Schauffele, as players will now be taking that short drive over to St Andrews, because anticipation is building for what is set to be an unforgettable week in golf. The 150th Open just around the corner, hosted at the home of golf for the 30th time in its history. So as we sit on the eve of Open Week, let's send it out to Todd Lewis.
Well, Anna, Sunday is considered by the R&A the very first day of the 150th Open, and many prominent players were on property here getting ready for this championship, including two of the three reigning major champions from 2022, Masters champion Scottie Scheffler and Justin Thomas, of course, the PGA champion. Matt Fitzpatrick, the U.S. Open champion, was busy finishing up the Scottish Open not too far from St Andrews. Now, there were Open champions on the property as well, including Phil Mickelson, who's been here for 3 days now, and the reigning champion golfer of the year, Collin Morikawa. But, of course, the most popular Open champion in the field is Tiger Woods. And around 10 hours after finishing a walk around the old course as the sun was setting Saturday night, Woods was back on property Sunday morning, teeing off at around 8:30 a.m. for a full 18-hole practice round. Now, in Woods' starts this season, he has yet to play more than 9 holes of a practice round heading into those tournaments. Today was a first, playing a full 18. So that says a lot about his endurance. Secondly, in regards to his swing, Woods has had to make some adjustments because of the injury sustained from his crash to his golf swing. After practicing in South Florida, he feels more comfortable and more consistent with those adjustments. Now, the weather has been a story heading into Open Championship week, and the fact that this golf course has not seen a lot of rain. It is very fast and very firm right now, and rain is not in the forecast heading into Thursday. So, at least for the first round, participants can expect a very bouncy old course. Anna?
Oh, it's going to be so good, Jim. I know you, of course, played in the Open back in '95 at the old course. How did you prepare for that week?
Well, it was really cool because I'd come in from Kingsmill and I actually walked the practice round with Jack Nicklaus, and he showed me how to play each hole.
How did you set that up, by the way?
Well, I just walked up on the tee, standing there with 3 clubs, and my caddy goes, you got to go join him. And I'm going like, okay. So I walk up there and I said, Jack, can I join? He goes, sure. And he actually described every single hole in detail in the wind direction. I mean, I didn't take a lot of notes back then, and my yardage book was full of notes. And it was just so amazing to be able to pick the brain of the world's greatest at that time. And another cool part is I got paired with Tiger Woods when he was an amateur in the 3rd round. So I saw Tiger at the very beginning, and we see where he is. So that's why I guess it's so special to me. I actually bought a couple books to learn some of the history because it's such a unique place, and I didn't really appreciate it. Probably appreciate it more now that I've gotten to this age, but it was just such a week that I'll always remember my wife Sissy and I going out there and just enjoying the experience. We always kind of took it as a vacation, not really a working vacation, but it was one we'll always remember, especially I will.
Yeah, Jim Gallagher, a bookworm. Who
knew it?
Okay, well, we do not have any time to wait because tomorrow it all gets underway. Monday on Golf Channel, live from the Open, starts at 9 a.m. We'll be hearing from Matthew Fitzpatrick, Collin Morikawa, your defending champion, and the great Jack Nicklaus. At 11 a.m. it's the celebration of champions, where the legends such as Tiger and Morikawa will be walking the fairways, and at 1:30 p.m. live from the Open will be coming your way. So much golf over the next week. It's going to be so very special, a week we will never forget, the 150th Open Championship.